Hello, good morning people, happy Tuesday. It's a lovely day outside my window today. It looks like summer, it looks like it. I hope it feels like it. Might be wishful thinking for early March, don't you think? Anyway, how are you all? I hope you're all having a good week so far. Tuesdays, I am here at 9 AM to do a deep hip and lower back stretch for you. It's even going to help you out down the legs here. If any of you have got real keen eyes this morning, you might see that I am definitely wearing different colour socks. And that's more just because I was rushing around trying to get ready in time. So that's what you're going to get. Here's what we're going to do. If you don't know who I am or what I'm doing, hi, I'm Lisa. I am a health and confidence coach, and I've been spending every Monday to Friday with you guys at 9 AM to talk about the importance of moving and mobilizations or movements that you can do that will really help you out when you're trying to get rid of everyday aches and pains that we've got ourselves by not moving enough. And sometimes people might think that they're moving around in their day, but really our bodies are capable of so much movement, and we only ever stick within a small percentage of a range of motion rather than the whole lot. I mean, if you take, for instance, just this hip area, well, I can move my whole leg, I can move it all the way up and I can move it all the way back. It does a lot of movement, but when do we ever do this? No, we don't, unless you do karate or jiu-jitsu or something. You're probably never ever going to do that. And when we don't do that, that's when we become a little bit seized up. We become a little bit stiff, sore and achy from a result of not doing that. And we don't have to do that to get to be pain-free every day, but we are going to test the range of motion just to let it know that it is capable of making that whole movement if it wanted to. So yesterday, on Mondays, I love to always start my week with a full body stretch with you lot. And I did that with you yesterday. So today, Tuesdays, are always dedicated to the hips, the bum, the lower back, and the pain that runs down the leg here. The reason why it gets its own dedicated day is because it's literally a massive complaint. Everybody has got something to say about bad hips, lower back, and the pain, that sciatic pain that runs down the leg. So if this is you, if you are sore in those areas and you're a little bit fed up with it, and you're like, maybe you've ordered all these amazing things that are going to fix you and they haven't worked, come and try out a little bit of movement with me, because I'm telling you, as much as you don't want to do it, it is effective, it does work. I am that annoying person, but I only can be that because I have had to do it myself. I've had to teach, I didn't teach myself how to walk again, but I have worked with an amazing team of people following a couple of awful back surgeries that I had, and it left me in a wheelchair with no use of this left leg. And without all of those doctors, nurses, physios and rehabbers, I definitely wouldn't be walking, and I definitely wouldn't be here. So I know how important exercise is, and those little bits, not even an exercise, but those little bit of movements actually make you stronger in areas so say if you have a bad back, and then you actually you start taking care of how you're holding your back, you start to feel that you get a stronger core as a result, and that you have less pain overall. So today we're just doing about hips and lower back and that pain that runs down the leg. If this is you, get yourself ready. We're not going to use any equipment, I never do, but you may want to have a soft floor or a mat that you can use. And sometimes I ask you to get a t-shirt or a towel, especially for hip day, because there are some moves that you could use a little bit of support with. But if you don't have any of those things, it really doesn't matter. What we're going to do is start off standing nice and tall. We're going to anchor our heels into the floor, and then if you need to hold on to a wall for this one, you can. I love to start off with these because they're quite gentle. So we're just going to use our bum cheek to take our leg up to the ceiling. You can lean against this wall as much as you need to. The one thing I don't want you to do is feel like you've got a great balance and then start chucking yourself in like this, because that is a mobilisation, but check out the difference. This is all bum mobilisation. This is all in my leg. When I'm off that wall, if I feel like I've got good balance but I'm trying to counteract it, you won't really be getting a true range of motion because your body's cheating to try and help you out. So we're just going to do 10 over that way. I'm sure I've done 10 there. So I'm going to pop over to the other side and I'm going to do another 10. I actually do these every day because they're great for those hips. 9, 10. Love it. We're just going to do some nice round ones. So if you are with me every day, I did do these yesterday as part of the full body stretch. And that's because you can just use some of your favourite movements that are effective. So it doesn't matter if I do this yesterday and then I do it again today. It's actually great for my body. 9. We'll do 10 of them and then we're going to change over and we're going to do 10 on this side. Again, hold on to that wall if you don't have the best balance. It doesn't have to be a wall, it can be a chair. I'm going to say a very quick good morning to people that have come on. I'll know that you've popped up, but I won't be able to see who you are, what you're saying, until I get closer to that screen over there. But please do say good morning and please do ask me any questions as we go and I'll pick them up at the end. Or if you're watching later and you have questions, just go ahead and write it anyway because I will see it and I will be able to reply, or you can send me a message. So we've just started off there, nice little bit of hips, great. What we're going to do is go and try and help out our pain in our lower back and down our legs. So to do this, what we're going to do is give our 5 steps to perfect form. You're going to anchor, that's number 1. We're anchoring the heels into the floor. Number 2, we're squeezing the bum. Number 3, we're squeezing the core. Number 4, we're opening up the chest and shoulders. But for number 5, we're always going to check that that rib cage is over the belly button. Those 5 steps to perfect form all the time. I've got a video on that if you want it, let me know. Nice. So what we're going to do here is try to keep our chest up to the ceiling. We're going to keep our shoulders back. We're going to use our bum only to bend over. And we're going to start to squeeze our bum and drive our weight into our heels. Nice. You're going to feel this has just engaged itself. You should feel it a little bit here. It's okay if it's not too intense because we're about to get there in a minute. What I want you to do here is see how far you can reach down without losing great shoulders. So I don't want this. We're keeping our chest nice and out and you can hold on to the back of your legs there. If you can't get down as far as me, you're just going to hold the back of your legs up here instead. What I want you to do is massively push your heels into the floor and massively squeeze your bum, and we're going to hold it for 10, 7, 5, 3, 2, perfect. Well done. From here, we're going to squeeze our bums to stand up, and that's great. What we're going to do now is quickly take it down onto the floor. We're going to get into a beautiful tabletop position. So I've got my hands right under my shoulders here and I'm going to anchor these into the floor by pressing and screwing them in. Next, I'm just going to take my knees, are about the same width apart as my hands, and that I'm using them to stabilise on as well. From here, I'm going to use my anchors, my hands, to push my bum down to the floor. Nice. I'm going to keep my head low here and I'm going to walk my fingers all the way forwards. Once I get them all the way forwards, I'm going to keep my head low. I'm going to have a deep breath in. I'm going to bum squeeze and then I'm going to breathe out. As I breathe out, you see your hands are drawn into you. That's cool. You're just going to hang there for a second. You're going to bum squeeze again. And then you're going to squeeze your bum gently into your hands for a nice little hip dip. I'm just going to come back a little bit. I was having a great chat with one of my fresh clients about the hip dip because they were very annoyed that they couldn't keep their hips on the floor. And you'll notice that my hips are not on the floor here. And yes, it is great to have the hips on the floor, but actually the point of this stretch is to stretch those hips. So if you're pressing yourself in and giving yourself a backache, that's not stretching the hip flexors. Whereas this is, my bum and hips are not on the floor, but I'm still feeling that great stretch that happens here when I do it. So it's a pass, it works. Nice. What we're going to do now is lower ourselves down onto the floor. Perfect. So this is a stretch that you're going to feel. If you have sore hips, I would definitely recommend... Sorry, I heard a cat outside and I thought it was mine. If you have sore hips, I would definitely recommend that you do this one a little bit slow. So what we're going to do here is my arm that's not going to move is going to go straight under my shoulder like this one, but I've done it over on the other side. Then I'm going to bring one foot up and I'm going to try and grab it with my hand. Now, if you cannot grab it, you can try to grab your heel instead. If that doesn't work for you, you can always get that pillow that I was talking about and you can hook it round your foot there and then you can have some control over it. This one does hurt, so you will be feeling this already. You'll be starting to feel the stretch. What we're going to do here is massively bum squeeze. I want your hip bones to be all the way into the floor. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it's worth it. And you might be thinking, oh, this isn't back or hip. This is thigh. And yeah, it feels like it's your thigh, I know. But it's actually your hip flexor that we're stretching here. So press it in just a little bit more. Love it. We're going to put that one down. We're going to change our hands over. We're going to grab that foot. You're going to give it a deep breath. Get ready for it. We know it hurts. And then we're going to squeeze those hips into the floor. Want that hip bone touching the floor. It's an intense stretch, but we've got to do it. So we may as well do it well. Oh yeah, push it in. Push it all the way down there. This is an unexpected one for clients. They never expect that this one will give them hip relief or lower back relief, but it does work. Lovely, let's put that one back down on the floor. From here, we're just going to start to finish this off now. We've got 2 more to get through. We're going to get back into our tabletop. We're going to draw one knee up here. We're going to stick one foot out there, and then you're going to use those anchors to push you down on top of that leg. Again, similar points about if your bum touches the floor or not. It's great if you can get your bum on the floor, okay? You will feel great stretches there. But if you're not there yet, it's okay, as long as your bum and your hips are still really having a great stretch. It's perfect. Step full calm. The more that you do it. Nice. We're going to give that a cheeky little bum squeeze and then we're going to change over. We're going to draw that knee up. We're going to stick that foot out and then we're going to press us down on top of that leg. And we're going to feel amazing in the bum and in the hips. And if you have done this stretch for a while and you feel like, oh, this is getting really easy for me now, it's like not as half as much of an issue as it used to be, well, we need to make that a little bit more intense because I really want you to feel the benefits of a stretch. So what I'm going to get you to do is grab your foot and then just manipulate the right angle of your, so that your foot is up a little bit more. Not good at maths, I don't want to quote any of it, a degree higher. Yeah, perfect. So you want your knee almost at a right angle there, and that is really going to change the position of the hips and the bum and give you an added stretch. We're just going to hold that there for a few seconds and then we've just got one left to finish on, so we're going to have a little roll over. All those hips are feeling good, aren't they? Nice. We're going to leave one leg on the floor and we're going to put one leg up in the air. We're going to give it some support. If you cannot reach your leg, this is where it's good to have a towel or a t-shirt or something that you can just use as a bit of support. Once you've done that, make sure this leg is flat on the floor, because that's a cheat, and make sure that your shoulders are on the floor. If you reach up to get a stretch here, you actually take the whole point of the stretch away. So pop your little shoulders down. Nice. Nice. What we're going to do just to finish this off is some great ankle flexions. Ankle flexions really help out with your calves and knees and your hips. If we have good mobility and good strength in our ankles, we've got a good chance of having great bum engagement, great hips, and probably good posture as well. What we're going to do now is straighten that leg, and then you're going to flex that toe all the way down to your face, and you're going to hold it where it hurts. If you're quite new to these and you hate them, you can, but you know how great they are, you can put your towel around the top here, and then you have the power to manipulate the angle of that stretch. It hurts, it's worth it. I always hold this where it hurts and I suck it up for a good 10 to 15 seconds. This is the one that's really going to help you out with the pain that travels down the leg. So we'll do 3, 2, 1, change it over. Last one on the menu here. We're going to do some big circles with our ankles for some great rotation. Love it. And then we're going to straighten this. We're going to flex the toe down to our face and you're going to hold it where it hurts for a few seconds. Do a great job. Love it. Well done, well done. Hold it there for just a few more. 3, 2, perfect. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. And there you go, guys, girls, and everybody else. That is one of my favourites. Sorry, I'm being a nosy Nigel out the window there. Sun's out and everyone's coming by. I'm like, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? His dog. Well done. I hope that you really enjoyed that, guys. Thank you, David and Cook David. Thank you, Harry, for being around and for doing these stretches with me. And Kunal again for being here. Thank you for being here in the morning. Check out my stretches. I hope you love them. And I hope that you're giving them a go. I know that if you're hurting and if you do those with me, you will feel better for it. And if you feel better for it, honestly, if you're sitting there and you're like, oh my God, yeah, that worked, do it again. Do it again. Keep doing it until it feels great. You could do those. You don't have to do the whole lot, but if your hips and back are really hurting, try to do it at least once a day for a week, and then you can see for yourself the difference that those stretches bring. And then you too can start living a life not worried or being annoyed about how much pain you're in because you're getting older. It would be more about how great your day's going to be because you're not thinking about the pain that you're in. Love it. I hope that you guys had a great time with me stretching. If you do have any questions, please do let me know, and please do give me a cheeky share if you do find my stuff helps you out, because chances are if you found it helpful, there's definitely people that you know that are suffering with similar issues that could do with a little stretch. So there you go. Thank you for being so beautiful, and thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow to do posture corrections with you. We're talking about how you're going to get great posture, and yes, come and join me for that. I'll be here at 9 AM. Have a lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.